to be a senior person in the public sector was, at one point in my life anyway, seen as honorable, as something that, a sacrifice that you wanted to make for the common good somehow. Where has that drive for the common good gone? And there's so much in the United States, the gun violence, threats that go on every day. All these things make it pretty hard for a reasonable, brave person to enter into the truth.
And I wonder if there's another way, because it is about who's involved in the conversation. And we've talked before about citizenship. How do we create the space for people that might not have got into these positions in the past in such a way that what they're saying is really heard and we get some fresh thinking? I think there has to be something about more people being able to participate in a way that is meaningful. What do you think, Myron?
This just came out, Peter Block's new book, Activating the Common Good. The subtitle is Reclaiming Control of Our Collective Well-Being. And what Peter's talking about now is, it's relevant to this conversation we're having, but that most of what is going on in the public space now just incites us to believe that we're all fragments, separate, in conflict with one another. What Peter's saying is that's not true, that actually at its core, we're more connected to one another than we are broken. And how do you bring that into conversation? And for him, it's small conversations that grow. He has a whole way of working with things that produce remarkable results. He's got a long history of working in Colorado on citizens taking over safety for their community and how they step into accountability for each other and for what it is they're trying to do in the community as a whole.
I think that is really powerful and certainly goes to the heart of the work you're doing and that I'm doing with the thinking environment, which is all about creating spaces where people can think independently for themselves, think courageously, and say what they really think, knowing that others are genuinely listening. But I think there is another side of this, isn't there, which is fueled by people's mistrust of government. That lack of trust in our leaders to be able to protect us or do whatever needs to be done. And so we need to do it for ourselves. And sometimes that can be really positive, as you said there, but other times it can end up in a militia or the sorts of things we're starting to see happening in the States, which is really quite worrying. But I remain optimistic, Myron, and I'm certainly looking forward to reading Peter's book and hopefully having him join us for one of our dialogues in the future.